No, I've got a missing step. Just a minute.
Oh,
I've not started. I've not started OneStream. So we're not on Amazon Live yet. We're just on Facebook and YouTube. Hello, Facebook and YouTube. This is Nick and Stephen having a wonderful afternoon live broadcasting. Okay, so I just got to wait for this because we won't be on Amazon Live until I actually start this.
Until tea time. Actually, it's really cool. This is the thing about live streaming, isn't it? We can laugh about it because sometimes things go wrong. You just carry on, plow on regardless.
Yeah, I got to pick.
No one's ever died from a live stream.
That's true. Died on a live stream, yes. Died from a live stream, no. Okay, so if I go here, I'm going to send your broadcast live.
Yeah, I'll make sure we're both live on Amazon first this time.
And I'm going to send my broadcast live. Oh, wait a minute, refute. Oh, wait a minute. No, yours isn't. It should now be live. Okay, it says it's live.
Yeah. Okay.
And mine says mine's live as well. So we're making progress. And I'm just waiting for it to come through to the iPad. Yeah, go live. So right, we're back in the studio and we say hello to Rebecca. Nice to see you again, and thank you for joining us. And Corinda, you missed the fun earlier, Corinda.
Hey,
you should be able to see us on Amazon now. Okay, we've only just gone live on Amazon. So this is take two. Yeah, we've done take one, and that was wunderschön, aber Amazon gestoppt. So we've got to go again.
Gebrochen.
Es war gebrochen, ja.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
It's kaputt.
Right. Would you like to read question 2 again, Nick? Or try.
Where were we? It was So this actor won Best Actor or Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in which movie? So it's Dustin Hoffman, and he's in all 4 of these. But which did he win his Oscar for? The Graduate, Midnight Cowboy, Kramer versus Kramer, or Tootsie? So if you know the answer, please do pop it in the comments, because we could do with all the help we could get. And Stephen, well, we're pondering which excellent Dustin Hoffman movie you won the Oscar for. What have we got in our carousel?
Right. In our carousel, we have got the Oberspot 4K camera. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the Oberspot 4K camera. This is take 2 for the Oberspot 4K camera, so I can start all over again and hopefully use the same script as I did before. Except the thing is, on this show, we don't have scripts. Okay, the Oberspot 4K is my second Oberspot. I bought the second one because I enjoyed the first one so much, and I wanted to know more about 4K. We're broadcasting to you now in 720, which is DVD quality, then 1080 is high definition, then 4K is the best we as consumers can do, and you can use it in 4K straight out of the box. All you need to do is to go to OBS, add your camera, set your destination to YouTube, change the resolution to 4K, and you're broadcasting live on YouTube in 4K. And the quality is night and day. The quality of a 4K broadcast is far in advance of anything we can actually show you today. So we can talk about it. And then after the show, you can go to YouTube and you can actually find out what it looks like. Because not only do you go live in 4K, the replay is in 4K as well. Now, the camera itself is 4 times zoom and 4K. That's why it's called the Oberspot 4K, because it's got 4. Yeah, okay, enough of that. Now, the first thing about the Oberspot is it's got 3 presets. And if I go here, I can take you into the garden. Okay, now you can still hear me, but that is a live view not from my garden, from the neighbor's garden. And you can see a gentle breeze blowing. Alexa, what is the temperature?
At the moment, it's 19 degrees Celsius.
Alexa, stop.
You can
Right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude, but she was going to carry on and tell us about tonight's temperature as well. And I only want to know today's. So it's 19 degrees out there at the moment. It's cloudy day. What's it like in Farnborough, Nick?
Oh, the sun always shines in Farnborough, Stephen. Didn't you know that?
Of course it does. Of course it does. Right.
It was a little bit muggy.
Right. Bit muggy here too. We went for a walk at lunchtime and it was on the verge of raining. And we thought, should we or shouldn't we? And we decided in the end to do it. And we got home dry, which was good. So the first, you saw me a moment ago. So you've seen me. Okay. You've seen the garden. And the third preset, well, just while we're with the garden, I can actually, as I say, it's a 4K zoom. I can actually zoom out whilst we're live. So you can see through the window, you can see the OBSBOT box, which is there. And then we can go to the desktop and I can show you an OBSBOT. This is an OBSBOT. They both look the same. This one's mounted on a tripod, as you can see. So you can either mount it on your desktop or your monitor or a tripod. You've got the lens on top. You've got the body underneath, which is on a twin axis gimbal. And that's why this camera, if you talk about Logitech cameras, they are in the main static. In other words, they don't move. They've got a field of view and they can't move. This has got a 140-degree axis that you can swivel on and it can tilt and it's a PTZ, pan, tilt and zoom. And that's what it looks like. And if I come back to me, this is the third view. Okay, now it's high quality build. OBSBOT are building a reputation, and you know when a camera's arrived when people start recommending it. And on the Facebook groups, the question was asked, could you tell us which camera we should get? And people are starting to say OBSBOT. Now, your OBSBOT 4K is down the carousel. If I find it, just a minute. Nick's probably got it in his carousel, but I haven't got it in mine yet. Just a minute. That's for
Yeah, it's in mine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it's down. What price you got, Nick?
I've got it is in mine. It is $269.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we've got a technical problem here because mine, well, in my carousel. Yeah. Okay, I'll check that out afterwards. Okay, so it's a good price, is all we're saying today for a PTZ camera, which can do pan, tilt, and zoom. Now, pan that way, tilt that way, and I can control the camera. I can zoom in. I can zoom out. And the camera does have compensation for if I switch the light off, he said. Just need to start the software up. I've got the light on at the moment. We're going to switch the light off and you'll see a difference, hopefully, fingers crossed, because with everything else that's happening today, anything can happen during this live broadcast. And what I'm trying to do now is locate my Logitech Litra Glow, which is down in the carousel. And I'm going to click there and I'm going to switch off. Now, hopefully, I've gone a bit darker, only a bit darker, but I should have gone darker. Anyway, that's by the by. Just a minute. Switch it back on again. Okay. Now, the other thing about the OBSBOT is it's got AI tracking. You can ask it to track you. You can ask it to stop tracking you. Okay. In addition to that, you can ask it to zoom in. You can ask it to zoom out because it can track you. And I'm just about to give a demonstration, theoretically, of tracking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my chair back. Okay. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to, fingers crossed, that when I stand up, the camera is actually, yes, things are starting to go right in this broadcast. I can feel it in my bones. I can walk over here. Yeah. And the thing is that the camera will track me as I move around, the camera moves too. So it's not only a desktop camera. In other words, it's on my monitor and it can look at me. It can also track me. It can follow me around. And it's got a fast tracking mode. So if I was running 100 yards, it could track me from start to finish. The other thing is this is a 4K conference camera. You can put this camera, if you're managing a conference table, 6 people sat down, you put the OBSBot in the middle, and the person controlling the OBSBot with the software can go from speaker 1 to speaker 2 to speaker 4 back to speaker 1. So the camera will move around the people sat there. Now, the thing about the microphone is in the center of the table. It's omnidirectional. It will pick up everybody's voice. So if you're doing a broadcast on Zoom and you're doing a roundtable discussion, conference discussion, then the OBSBot Tiny is the ideal camera to get because it was built with that. In fact, it's one of the features that OBSBot actually point out. So I love it, the fact that I can actually stand up and I could tell you about something that is in my carousel, which is the Ugreen extension cable. Sometimes when we get a camera doesn't have enough cable, Ugreen extension, 6-foot extension just simply works. Okay, so whilst I sit down again, what I'm going to do first of all, you can see it's still tracking me and it won't stop tracking me until I tell it to stop, is go to the desktop, show you the camera there, which is the OBSBot Tiny, and then I'm going to basically come back here. This is live, by the way. I can't tell you about it. Oh, right, I've lost a camera. I know where it is, though. We were demonstrating it earlier. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is come back to Nick and I, and I'm going to put the question full screen, if I can. Okay.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, so this was the question. This was a Dustin Hoffman. Did he win an Oscar for The Graduate, Midnight Cowboy, Kramer versus Kramer, or Tootsie? And Corinda said, I know this one, it's The Graduate, while you were discussing that, Stephen.
Yeah.
I messaged Corinda back saying, really? I think it might have been Tootsie. And then Corinda said, it might be Tootsie. So have you got anything to contribute?
So we've had back and forth on this. I think he was so outstanding in the role. I mean, it was a classic film, and he was believable. Has to be said. I mean, if you didn't know it was Dustin Hoffman, you'd have to look closely and look twice. So I'm going to go with you, Nick, and I'm going with Tootsie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Ah, everybody's
Kramer
wrong.
versus Kramer. No.
Dear me, he should have got an Oscar for Tootsie. Okay, question 3. Okay, this actor won the Best Actor Supporting Actor Oscar for which movie? The actor is Kevin Spacey. The possible films are Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, American Beauty, LA Confidential, and Seven. Okay, now whilst we're thinking about that, Nick, as we undoubtedly need to, do you have something to show us? Okay.
We definitely do. Now in the carousel is my absolute favourite camera right now. You know, Stephen had a little bit of tracking. Check.
It did. Just a bit.
I know it's not a pan tilt and zoom, but it is the amazing Mevo Start. It is my favourite camera. It's more fun I've had for ages and ages. It is so good. It's just not just a camera. This is a live streaming studio as well, and as you can see, it's now taken a mind of its own because I've put it on a strange setting. But basically, what happens is you can take this out. It's wireless. So you can take it anywhere you want to go. And yes, we can live stream anywhere on our phones and all that. But because this has got built-in studio, you can actually live stream outside to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, Vimeo. And because it's got RTMP, real-time messaging protocol.
Yay!
Yay! Then we can actually live stream anywhere. We could live stream directly to Amazon, live stream directly to my website, you name it, we could live stream there, and multiple destinations all at the same time. Now, the other thing about it is also, while it's live streaming, you can also set it to record as well. So the camera itself live streams and records in 1080 high definition. So it will record direct from the camera in high definition. So no matter what happens, if you're out and about and we might lose our connectivity, or we could all be pinging the same cell tower if we're all live streaming the same event. Then what happens is this will automatically record a high definition version, so that if anything went wrong, you can bring it home, upload that, and you've got an absolute brilliant recording because it's direct from the camera. Now, interestingly, we have, because it's live stream, because it's mobile, we will be on a battery, so it's got a 6-hour battery life. It's also got a built-in microphone, which is really excellent. It's got the mounting pod. It's sitting there right now, sitting on it's actually one of my newer lighting kits, but it's got the same jack as a standard tripod. But also you can remove the bottom from the Mevo, and you can actually, that's then a standard mic stand fitting as well. So there's all sorts of possibilities of how you can do it. Now, one of the best things about it is, how do we control the studio? Now, I just had to plug my iPhone back in for a touch because it was running out of juice. So here we go. So this is the internal studio. As you can see, there's me there. Lots of things you can do. You can put it on full widescreen. Here we got elements, so we can do exactly what we do with BeLive. We can put in lower thirds, we can put in overlays, we can upload slides, we can play slideshows, PDF documents, and indeed the all-important countdown timer. We've got all that we can play with. We've got multiple different settings for scene settings, so we can have about 9 of those. But just very quickly, let me just show you. So this is where we have the tracking in here. I'll turn that off. But also we have, this is why I'm slightly different from what I was earlier on. I'll put myself back to normal. So you've got all these different settings. So you've got lots of filters that you can play around with. You can control your exposure. You've got backlight. You've got ISO. You can control all these different things. Are all controllable within this live studio, which is always on your app on your device. So it's absolutely fantastic. I say you can move it around, just pinch, squeeze, move seamlessly. And then the other thing, of course, is that this is just one camera. Now, if you buy a set of 3, then you can have 3 cameras, and that way you've got 3 different scenes, all controlled in the same app studio. So you can go from different cameras, different scenes seamlessly, super fast, and it is just absolutely genius piece of kit. I absolutely love it. You can tell, it will tell you how much battery it's got. This is good news. Now, interestingly, I said it's a 6-hour battery. It's saying 28%. That was 50% at 4 o'clock this afternoon when we first started live streaming. So it's now nearly 2 hours in, and it's down to 28. So that's pretty much spot on. So as long as we don't go over another hour, Stephen, I think we'd be good to go. But yeah, then you can connect it, disconnect it. You can set up different microphones, record in different definitions. Yeah, you've got so much control with this camera. It is lovely. I can't stop talking about it. Can't stop playing with it. I absolutely love it.
It is such a brilliant camera, and yeah, it's on my wish list. It's on my wish list the first time you showed it, and it's just brilliant. To everybody who's watching on Amazon Live, either on my page or Nick's page, thank you. What we're doing is the movie quiz, and we're going to reprise question 3, and then we'll take it from there. So question 3. Actress Kevin Spacey, which movie did he get an Oscar for or supporting? And Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, American Beauty, LA Confidential, or Seven? Indeed. Yeah, I mean,
nothing in the comments.
Well, there won't be. I don't think there'll be anything in the comments. I think a few people might be going, "What are you asking that question for?" Yes, we don't set the questions. The questions are from Trivia Plaza, and they were set some time ago. That's all we can say. We don't know the questions that are going to come up, but they are factual, so we can say that. Right? Do you have an inkling at all?
I think it's American Beauty.
Yeah, I'm going to agree there as we move on very quickly. Okay, Question 4. I'm going to put it full screen so we can all see it.
Jack Nicholson, of course. So Jack Nicholson won an Oscar in one of these films. Did he win the Oscar for Ironweed, Reds, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, or A Few Good Men? So that's Jack Nicholson. What did he win his Oscar for? It could be supporting or best actor. So while we ponder that one, what else have we got, Stephen?
Right. Okay. Now, I've got to be honest here. I've had to check because I gave Nick a list of what we're going to talk about, and he gave me a list as well. And I just had to check the list to make sure I didn't actually go off script. So the next thing I'm going to talk about down in the carousel is this, and you're actually watching it now, which is the Logitech Brio camera. And I'm just finding it in my carousel so that we can show it. And today, Logitech Brio camera is on discount. It's $135.92, and that represents a good discount on the normal price. It's certainly cheaper than I paid for it. Logitech Brio, Logitech Brio is a 4K webcam. Like the OpusBot I showed you a moment ago, it's capable of 4K, which means it can broadcast out to YouTube in 4K using OBS, which is brilliant. I originally got this camera 2 years ago. It is a quality camera. It's a Logitech camera, and it has the ability to do 720, 1080, and 4K. And that means that it's quality. I mean, it's a Logitech camera. It's a very high quality camera. And it does have, I'm going to hopefully prove it now because everything's set up to do this. It does have light correction. I've gone a bit darker. In actual fact, I can go darker than that. Just a moment. You can still see me now, but because I have no lights on at all, if I switch my light back on, so light is got on the lights. It's basically, it compensates HD compensation for having no lights. And it means you can still continue broadcasting. Now, the thing about any Brio camera is that if I load some software up, I can actually demonstrate. With every camera that you buy, software is supplied, and the software for the Logitech Brio, I'm just loading at the moment, so give me a second while I actually load the software. But the software controls the camera, and as you can see, the first thing the software has done off its own bat is to change the colorways. So I'm going to go straight off the software and put it back where they were. Okay, so we now started. Sometimes software has a mind of its own. But when you buy a new camera or a new microphone or any piece of kit, there is free software available. Software I'm about to show you is totally free. And the thing is that you think that I'm actually sat in front of a green screen. Well, I am, but that's only part of the story. If I go zoom out once, zoom out twice, and go to 90 degrees, okay, 90 degrees, this is what I actually look like. Okay, basically, you've got the books over there, you've got the Samsung Galaxy all-in-one PC, which they don't make anymore, and the green screen doesn't fill the whole wall. And this is a default viewing for the camera. And if I didn't download the software, I would look exactly like this. Okay, and I don't want to look like this. I want to be in control of how I look on camera. And the thing is that if I set it up, then I can zoom in once, twice, and go to 78 degrees, and that's it. I'm happy now. I'm reasonably in the center of the screen. I've got headroom, and this is how I want to appear. I don't want to appear with the default settings. I want to appear comfortable on camera. I want to be centered. I want to have headroom. I want to be in control. And any Logitech camera, with the exception of the Mevo, which Nick has just shown us, can be controlled with the software, which is Logitech Capture, which you can download from logitech.com. Just go there and search for it. And the camera itself, its quality, I've had it for 2 years. I've not had a single problem with it. It sits on top of my monitor. I just need to remember to look up at the camera, and all is good. And that's it. It is a beautiful, high quality camera. and I would recommend it to everyone, especially with today's discount, because it's down in the carousel, $135, and $135 for a 4K camera, and you can use it out of the box today. You can go live to YouTube using OBS, add your camera, set your destination to YouTube, switch to 4K, and you can broadcast in 4K today. Now, down the road, I've spoken to the guys at Be Live. Down the road, we'll be able to broadcast in 4K on the web and even to Amazon, possibly. But for the moment, you can broadcast to YouTube in 4K, and you can get high quality 1080 and 720p when you're broadcasting to Facebook or Twitch or Twitter. And it's just a very reliable camera. Okay, Nick, it's back to you.
Fantastic. Yeah, we do love our Logitech devices. Okay, so this was the Jack Nicholson. What did he win his Oscar for? Did he win it for Ironweed, Reds, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, or A Few Good Men? And remember, this could be supporting actor or best actor role. And again, got nothing in the comments at the moment, Stephen.
Okay.
Sneaky feet. Well, I can narrow it down to 2, I think.
I can go with the bottom 2, yeah?
Bottom 2, yeah. And I think he won it for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Right, I'm going to agree totally. We're doing very well. We'll just carry on. So One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is correct, which brings us to.
He was very good in A Few Good Men, though. So.
He was. It was a good film as well. I mean, they're all classic films. All of these could have won an Oscar in their own right. So our next actor is Al Pacino. And did he win the Oscar for actor or supporting actor in Scent of a Woman, The Godfather 2, or And Justice for All? And whilst we're pondering that, the stage is Nick's.
Now, yeah, in the carousel, I'm just going to highlight it. And this, again, was courtesy of Mr. Healy. This is the TP-Link Deco Powerlink. And again, it's 13% off. So in the carousel, it's under $200 for this. And this, oops, nearly destroyed my entire desk. And this is one of 3 little elements. So this is the TP-Link Deco mesh wireless router. I think I'm right saying. I've literally only had this 24 hours. I was able to take it out of the box. The history. What happened is I have with very little internet in my kitchen. So in the lounge, fantastic. But anywhere outside of the lounge, because it's like a thick brick walls in this house. When I wanted to do live streaming from the kitchen, do the cooking show, it became very difficult because depending on where I stood in the kitchen, depended on how good the Wi-Fi signal was. So I had a quick chat with my good friend Stephen Healy, and I knew he had this as well. And so we went and got this. And now I am rubbish. It's a family joke. I'm rubbish at technical things, putting them together. So it has to be super, super simple. Thank God this is so easy to actually put together. It comes in a box. There's 3 of them, along with 3 plugs. And not this one particularly, but another Ethernet cable. And all I had to do, and I was a little bit concerned because there was no real instructions. It just said on the instructions, scan this QR code and download the app and follow, and that will talk you through it. So I was a little bit nervous, did all that. It sets you up. You just sign in with a new account, your name and a password. And literally, you basically just switch your router off at the mains, plug this in with that one cable, switch them both back on again, and it really does everything for you. Everything is controlled via the app. It asked me if I knew what sort of connection I had. I didn't know, so I just went with what it was showing me. So it selected the one that it thought it was. Worked like a charm. So you set up the first one, and that's the only one that's actually wired into the router. Then you've got 2 extra ones. This is totally wireless. The only wire coming in and out of it is the power socket. And everything just gets found. You just plug it in. The little app says, hold on a minute. You wait, and then it comes up. It's found. And you're basically making a whole new network. But the network is so fast. It is super fast. and you've got no buffering. Everything is just so quick, and it was noticeable. Such a difference when you looked at my phone. I could see in the kitchen, yeah, it was full on the bars of coverage, whereas before it was 1 or 2. Absolutely brilliant. It's self-diagnostic as well. We did have a issue where it went a bit awry, and I was thinking, oh, what's gone on there? Actually, it was our Virgin Media that was the problem, but it sorted it all out for us, and it was all fantastic. This is a TV Link. Now, it's a UK-based company as well, so we're always very happy to promote a British company.
We are.
Been going for 21 years, I think, or maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. And the thing is, you can now have them. I've got a set of 3. I've now got wireless coverage, perfect throughout the entire house. You can just add them. So if you get a bigger house and you need more, then you can just add an extra little mesh box, and they are just brilliant. You can have I can have up to 100 devices attached. I've only got 6, so I've got another 94 devices to go and buy just to test all that theory out. But I have to say, it's so easy to set up. And if you're live streaming, you do want to have the best possible signal that you can get. But if you're downloading live stream, if you're streaming, gaming, anywhere that you need your Wi-Fi to be tip top, then get the TP-Link Deco. They are fantastic and so easy to use.
It's incredibly easy to set up, isn't it? And it's just
because you have them too. So
just works out the box. I mean, everybody who's got it. Peter's got it. Peter Stewart got one. We've got them. Other friends have actually bought them as well, and it makes a difference because we used to be on. You can put the plug in the socket, and you can have your internet, the Wi-Fi through a electrical socket. Yeah, well, that was quite good, and we thought it was normal to sit in front of Amazon Prime, watch a 90-minute movie, and every so often you get the buffering, and it's going round in circles as it buffers. And it took us 2 hours to watch a 90-minute movie, and we thought that was normal. And then, fortunately, one of the units broke, and we got the Deco, TP-Link Deco, and now 90-minute movies, 90 minutes. So you can't say better than that. No buffering on Amazon Prime movies. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we don't control we don't control the internet coming into our house. What we can control is how it's distributed once it's come in. I mean, we went for a walk today, and they're laying super fast cable. So, I mean, TP-Link will like that. I mean, that's absolutely brilliant. So, anyway, back to the quiz. And we're question 5. Question 5 is Al Pacino. And we're talking about, if I go over here, then we can all see it. Talking about Al Pacino, Scent of a Woman, The Godfather 2, and Justice for All. I've got to admit, Nick, I've never heard of And Justice for All.
Never.
Missed that.
No, there's only 3 of those that I know.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, I mean, Godfather was Brando, wasn't it? If anybody was going to get an Oscar in there, and Al Pacino's Godfather 2, and Scent of a Woman. I'm going to. Do you know, Nick?
I don't know. I would guess at Godfather 2.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. I would have gone for that as well. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Scent of a Woman. Okay, never mind. On to question 6, Nick.
Oh no, Courtney just done that. It's like, no, Robert De Niro got the Oscar, didn't he? Godfather 2.
Okay.
Never mind. Okay. Tom Hanks time. Now, Tom Hanks. What did he win his Oscar for? Was it for Apollo 13? Saving Private. Let's start again. Apollo 13. Saving Private Ryan. You've Got Mail, or Philadelphia. And interesting.
Yeah, good films all. So if you know the answer and you're watching Nick or I on either of our pages, because we're broadcasting to my page and Nick's page, then do type the answer in the comments, and we'll read it out for you. Okay, and we do occasionally need help, as we've just demonstrated. So I'm going to go and talk about this. This is my new phone. This is my new favorite phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It has either 256 gig or 512 gig in terms of storage. It also has 8 times zoom and an 8K camera, and it's got a built-in stabilizer, which is absolutely brilliant for actually. I'm going to show, well, I can talk about the phone. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to show you a short clip from a video recorded using the phone. Now, the other thing you should know is if I go here, hopefully this will work, and go here.
Absolutely fantastic.
If I go here, I'm actually live on the phone at the moment. I'm just going to turn the sound down. Okay, so I'm turning the sound down, and that's the quality of the display. Now, it's got an adaptive display, which means that it can work in bright light and it can work in when it's dark, and it's adaptive. Now, I've used this when I've been sat out in bright sunshine and I can still read the screen. And I've looked at other phones and you can't. This works in bright light. It has nightography, which is the ability to take photographs at night. Now, other cameras can take photographs at night. I'm not saying they can't, but this camera can actually take photographs that look like daylight, and it's absolutely awesome. Now, if you remember the Galaxy Note, you will remember the S Pen. Well, the S Pen is back, and if I go here, I can. This is live, by the way, so forgive any writing. I have been practicing because I've done this several times. Okay, you can obviously write with it. There are 7 different apps that you can use. The other thing is, obviously, you can use it for air gestures as well, and you can use it to discard things, which is probably as well. If I go here, and I can just go, hello, Amazon, so the video's gone. It is a quality phone. It has got 8 times zoom. On the back, we have the lenses, and they are 108 megapixel, which is the best that Samsung ever done. 3 times zoom, 10 times zoom. In addition to that, the front camera is 40 megapixels. So this is the flagship phone from Samsung. It's the best they've ever done. It's the best that you can buy. Now, charging wise, if you buy a brick, and there is a brick down in my carousel, then I can charge this phone from 0 up to 100% in less than an hour, which is, to my way of thinking, is absolutely brilliant. So it charges at 45 watts or 30 watts or 15 watts, depending on how you're charging it. The lower the wattage, the longer it takes to charge. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to switch the prep. Nick's going to switch his microphone off. I'm going to switch my microphone off. And I'm just going to press play on this video. And this video is shot with the phone. Hopefully this will work, Nick. We're at the Quartz Garden and just had lunch. And the thing about the Quartz Garden is it's a beautiful place to actually stroll around and just enjoy the gardens. So I'm just going to walk around, and I am using my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and my new DJI OM5 gimbal. I've got the internal microphone on the Samsung, so no external mic. I'll try an external mic next time, but it's just so beautiful today. It's about 28 degrees, and I'm just going to try something here, because if I do this, I should be able to change the view. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to come down again. It's actually stuck, isn't it? Wait a minute. Let's adjust this. This is just a trial. Okay, so I'm going to go like that, or like that, or like that. I've got to be able to see what's on the screen, so I can see what's on the screen. And just wondering how steady this is. This is better than actually holding the phone. It's a lot easier to actually grip the gimbal than it is to actually grip the phone. So this is a win. But there's so many things this gimbal can do, and I really haven't learnt half of them, or even a quarter of them. And Nick and I are now coming back. That was the video shot with the Samsung Galaxy S22. And hopefully, if I press a button, I'm not sure which button, Nick, this is going to be a problem. If I press the button here, we should come back. Are we back? Oh, wait a minute. Now we're back.
Oh, now we're back. That's good.
Now we're back. Okay, so that was the video. It's a high quality phone. It's the best phone I've ever had. I'm enjoying using it, taking photographs, taking video. It is just an amazing phone, and the price today is on discount in the carousel, so you can save money if you order the Samsung Galaxy S22 today. Which brings us back to the question, which was,
Yes, the question being, Tom Hanks, what did he win his Oscar for? Was it Apollo 13, Saving Private Ryan, You've Got Mail, or Philadelphia? Now, he was in an earlier question, and he got an Oscar for Forrest Gump. And I'm trying to think what was that, because he won 2 in a row, didn't he?
He did. Talented actor.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got choice. I'm going towards Saving Private Ryan. Or do you think Apollo 13? Or You've Got Mail? You're not, yeah.
I know. Bruce Springsteen won the Oscar for Philadelphia for the
Okay.
for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I don't think Tom Hanks won it. It's a toss-up between Apollo 13 and Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
I know Private Ryan won Oscars, but I'm not sure. I just don't know. I'll go with whatever. I'll go with whatever you feel more tuned to.
Right. I've actually seen some of the props from Apollo 13. So on that basis, we're going to go with Apollo 13. No! Oh! Incredible. Okay. So on to question 7 then. Robert De Niro won an Oscar for Taxi Driver, Cape Fear, Raging Bull, or The Deer Hunter. Nick, do you have something to talk about? I'm sure you do.
I do. Actually, as you were just chatting about your phone, I'll put that. I'll just switch around my running order. You don't want 2 phones on the same, tripping each other up. So what I did put in, and it wouldn't be a live stream without it, that is my lovely Blue Yeti microphone. Now, what I could talk to you about is I could tell you that it's 3 condenser mic with 4 settings, 1 Cartoid, which is directional with me, 1 bi, which is both, 1 surround, which is everybody, and indeed stereo from one side to the other. I could tell you about that. I could tell you about the gain control, setting the gain here. Always recommend that you set your gain with the control panel of your PC, Mac, or whatever it is you want to use. Now it's a USB, so it works straight out the tin. So basically you plug it in and you plug the USB in the back of your machine. On this side, now you're going to hear a little difference in the quality of the audio. Here you've got the important mute button and the volume. Volume controls the mic going through a headphone. So you've got the headphone socket there, so you can hear how you sound. And here you've got the universal mic stand mount as well. Now, as you can see, I have it on the little desk stand because I like it. Got a nice, gentle, padded stand, and I can sit it about a foot, maybe a foot and a half away from me, and it works beautifully. Now I know what you're thinking. Hang on, Nick, you've demonstrated this Yeti so many times. Normally you waffle on for ages. Well, that bit is one bit. I discovered something only this week which really made me giggle, and that is because of using the Lightroglow. I had the Logitech G-Tech software to control that. And what that also did was allowed me to control the Yeti. So let me just show you what I can do with this. So it allows a bit of software. So it's Logitech software. It does say it will control the C920 if we want it to, but it doesn't have to. Oh, have I gone off?
Carry on, Nick. You're okay. I'll come back in a minute. You've frozen.
Okay. Oh, so here we go with we can play different samplers. So,
yeah, you've frozen. We can hear you, but
I'm
can't see
frozen.
you. So I'm going to come back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to come back. We have everything's happened this afternoon. If we just go with the question, which was Robert De Niro, Taxi Driver, Cape Fear, Raging Bull, or The Deer Hunter? Nick, which do you think?
Robert De Niro. I think it was the Taxi Driver.
Right, so we're going to go with Taxi Driver, and I'm aware that we've actually stopped broadcasting. Nick's there. We've actually stopped broadcasting on Amazon Live. So, to everybody who's watching us on Amazon Live, Nick and I today, we've had quite a bit of fun today, and things have not gone totally right. We'll be back again next Monday. Well, Nick, it's over to you.
Yeah. Oh, well, I hope you can still hear me.
Yeah,
but, oh, cool. I think I'm still on.
we're still on Facebook, yeah.
All right.
Are you still live?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm still live on Amazon.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Well,
so all I need to do,
do a quick refresh then,
a quick
because we've
of camera.
all right. Okay. Whilst Nick's sorting himself out, I want to say hello to everybody watching on Nick's Amazon page. If you want to say hello, please do. I'm just waiting for Nick to refresh because everything is basically at the moment, everything is, as they say, up in the air. Nick is still stuck in my studio. No, he's not. He's gone. I can still hear him. I don't know if he's coming or going. Yeah, you need to refresh. That's the only way we're going to get out of this. So if you're watching on Nick's page, we'd like to say thank you very much. And I'm going to bring Nick on screen, hopefully, in a second. Okay, no, you're still.
So
Everything's
okay. Hopefully that will be. Come on.
right. I think it is the camera.
Yeah. Doesn't.
Okay, this is live broadcasting. Anything can happen. You're watching Stephen and Nick from England, and interesting times. Okay.
Curses.
Right. Okay, I can't see a thing, Nick. I've just got a black screen.
Yeah, that's all I can see now. That's a bit weird and wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay. Shall we stop the broadcast?
I think. Yeah, I think that's probably a wise decision.
Okay. From Nick and myself, we've enjoyed ourselves today. We've had a lot of fun. Things have not gone totally correct, but they will do when we're live next Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We do appreciate the fact you spent time with us, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye for now.
No, that's all right.